I went to a doctor's office, and it's not Dr. Dickhead that I was telling you about. This is a different doctor. He's a doctor because he got a business card and he put DR period on it. His office was such a piece of shit that you could hear the conversation going on between the doctor and the patient ahead of you, which is never supposed to happen. So as I'm waiting for my turn to go in, I'm waiting and I hear the doctor go, "Oh, what is your medical need for marijuana?" And the guy in there goes, "Oh, I have a bone disease." And I was like, "Oh shit, I don't have a bone disease." Like, I thought you could just be like, "Weed's awesome." And he'd be like, "Yeah, fuck no, man." So I start to panic and turn like, what am I going to say? And in my mind, I just go to the worst shit. Like in my mind, like just say you have AIDS. Like just tell him you have AIDS. And he'll be like, "When you find out," like I just found out like 5 minutes ago. You don't seem that bummed out. Well, I'm just happy to be here. So let's wrap this shit up, man. For some reason, I picked him asking me to prove it, which they would never be like, "Prove it." And they're like, "Oh, I left the AIDS card at home. I don't have it on me." Then I go, "That's way too dramatic. Just dial it back." I'm like, "Oh, I'll just say I have cancer." That's much more believable. Then I start thinking of all my family members that have died of cancer. And I'm like, man, if I say I have cancer just to get weed, I am getting extra next fucking week. By the time I have that thought, I'm sitting in front of the doctor. He's like, I go, "What?" He goes, "What is your medical need for marijuana?" And the best I can come up with on the spot is my eyes hurt. And he goes, "You have vision problems." And I go, "Oh yeah." And he goes, "You don't wear glasses." And I go, "It can't, it hurts. Everything hurts. Ow, ow, ow." He writes me a prescription. I go to leave. As I leave, I see the guy who's going in next. And I don't know why. I think it's going to be funny to listen because I think he's not going to get it. And I'll tell you why. I completely judge the guy because the guy is your typical La Cholo Mexican gangbanger, okay? It's a very specific look. You've seen movies. You know what the fuck I'm talking about? Khaki dickies with an oversized white t-shirt, Chuck Taylor's in LA hat, and also an LA tat in like this thin area here. It's just like, if I lose my hat, I still have my favorite team right fucking here. So I listen at the door. I'm like, huh. And I hear the doctor go, "What is your medical need for marijuana?" And the guy goes, "I just really like the way that weed makes me feel." And then the doctor wrote him a prescription for that. Yeah, you don't have to lie. You can just be like, "Weed's awesome." And he's like, "Yeah, I fucking know." I feel sorry for all the people with diseases that keep coming in here, man. The last dude's eyes didn't even work. It was sad. Sad. You're lucky you have your health essay. You know, we are, when we welcome a guy like this onto the show, welcome Ohio native comedian Tom Segura, folks. So, okay, before we get into this, shout out to everybody all over the world doing their thing and stuff like that. Shout out to Danny XXVLB. You know what I'm saying? Got it. So, okay, this guy, I didn't want to know anything about him before he came on. I thought there's a lot of mystery behind these sunglasses. I started asking him some questions like, you know what? I'm just going to stop. So this is one big surprise coming up here. So I first want to welcome you, tell you I think you have the coolest style of any comedian that has come on the show. Appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. This is your look. Normally this is how I roll. Yeah. Yeah. Coming from Ohio, being from Cincinnati. Like, where do you kind of get your inspiration? I guess from your clothes, you know, from the streets mostly. You know, I travel a lot. I'm a SoCal guy now. I just picked it up from, you know, fights, fighting people, you know, beefing. Like, I got this, you know, I don't know, beef. Well, I heard you had some beef with Crazy Lokes, is it? Yeah. It's funny you mentioned Lokes. So he's this rapper from San Jose that's been, you know, challenging me on YouTube, wanting to fight, and, you know, he like physically fight. Yeah, he wants to step the ring, and he's been working out like Target and Walmart training and stuff. And, you know, I just want him to know that I've been in Home Depot and Staples, and I've been throwing around like 2x4s, and I'm just ready to get down. I just want him, you know what I'm saying? I want him to know, you feel me? Don't talk about, you know, saying that I'm ready to do this. So whenever he wants to step in the ring, we can get down. All right, well, that's his challenge there. We just put that out there for the world. I want the whole world to know that. Just reach out to Crazy Lokes and we can do this whenever he wants to. Okay, well, I don't want to mess with you. Do you do this with other comedians too? Do you get into these? I mean, if they want to feel these hands, yeah, they can let me know and I'll let them know right back. You know, I try to keep it, you know, pretty easy. Most of the time, if I'm DJing or if I'm Yo DJ as well. Yeah, I'll be DJing this weekend here. I'm going to tweet out the location for a pop-up show. So I'll be out for the stand-up. I'll be doing some sets. Oh, so you do it all? Yeah. What else do you do that I'm not aware of? Gymnastics. I do that. I mean, I hear you laughing, but I'm actually pretty damn good at it. Ah, yeah. I mean, I could do, if I wanted to, I could do 6 flips right here, right now.
Yeah.
Bam, 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 bam. If we didn't have these cameras right here, I would challenge you. Yeah. And I don't want to pay that. You don't want to pay the cost effects. So gymnast as well. Gymnast. I'm an animal trainer. I train dogs. I'm actually one of the few guys that can train cats too. So a lot of people, what's the coolest thing you've trained a cat to do? Probably answer a phone. I'm not like Mr. Jinx with the flush in the toilet. Did they know how to do that too? I train the cat. If he hears a phone ring, flush the toilet.
Yeah.
He can hit the speakerphone button. I like this guy. Because you can't tell what he's serious, what he's joking. That's what your comedy's like? We see your hand. And we got a minute to wrap this up. I'm okay. Well, so what? That means we still have a minute to get some really cool things out there.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. You work with your wife very closely too.
Yes.
How does that work? Because she's a comedian as well. She's a person and she's a living human woman. She allows me to touch her and she likes me. So we have a good relationship. I made a baby with her. Wonderful, consensual. Everything was cool. And we love him. He's our son. He's already training right now. He's 15 weeks old. I got him lifting. I got him doing push-ups. He's going to be something that you don't want to mess with for sure. You're going to be a big deal. Well, he's going to take after you, then challenge all these rappers and comedians out there. Don't mess with this man, Lokes. If you want to step up and get hit, you know what to do, man. Meet me at the Home Depot on 6th Street, downtown LA, Monday at 3 o'clock, and we can see what happens. I'm sure he's watching too right now. Guarantee you he's watching. You know, Tom Segura here. Well, this is a very different look for you, I must say. I don't even know who that is. So that guy is down at Hilarities tonight through Saturday, right? That's right. Go check him out. That's more like a character I do. That's the old school you, okay? This is the new you. How much does this thing weigh? Sorry, can I? Yeah, good. Okay, that's some heavy duty stuff there. It was $18,000. You're living the dream. Living the dream, bud. Thanks for being here. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Cleveland. Shout out to the Greenhouse Tavern. Good place, huh? It's a spot right there. Awesome place to go. All right, go check them out this weekend, guys, at Hilarity. Still to come on New Day, Cleveland. We are toasting to some warmer weather. You see recipes for spring spritzers. You might want to stick around and get a spring spritzer. I would love a spritzer. Right. What is that? What's the spritzer? Drinks right over there. You know, nice drinks for the summertime. I'll have one. Okay. Life is basically, well, you know, it's hotels. Being in a hotel, just waiting for the show. Sad, right? I'm just waiting for the show to start. And you're like, what am I going to do? I mean, you can only jerk off so many times before you're like, all right, I'm going to do it again. But right now it hurts to find something else to do. I absolutely ruin hotel rooms. Like if you stay in a hotel room after I stay there, shit is going to itch on you. Okay, just being honest. Come on. Hotels are great. Everybody loves hotels, especially when you check in with your significant other. Why? Because, you know, in a hotel, you're going to have sex, but you're going to have an elevated form of sex. You're going to have hotel room sex, which is, let's have sex, but let's also disrespect this room.
Yeah.
I do that too, except I'm alone. Like I always wipe my balls on the curtains because I know they don't change those. Think about that the next time you want some shit, right? Are you guys working? Yep. All right, good. I'm Tom Segura. My new special Ball Hog is streaming now on Netflix. Netflix invited me to come market my special, and I said, no, you come to me. Not coming to you. So they're here now at my podcast studio. Come on, let's check it out. We are very inclusive here at YMH Studios. Anyone can pee or poop or do anything they want in the bathroom. I don't care if you're a man or a woman or undecided. Do what you want here. That's Chris. He's working. That's right. No breaks. Look at the fucking screen. We're moving into the studio area here. This is our B set. As you can see, I'm doing podcasts in Spanish. I don't see fucking Dave Chappelle doing that. Bert Kreischer and I. Q as well as, hey, big boy. Also now streaming on Netflix. We do 2 bears, 1 cave right here. We usually add extra weight support on this side. We may reinforce the floor because this is where Bert sits and he's fat. Most podcasts are done in somebody's basement or attic or car, but not here at YMH Studios. Almost 10 years we've been doing your mom's house. We've had multiple sets. This is obviously by far the most elaborate. This is where our guests sit. We've had so many wonderful guests, so many comedians. Also, you know, great musicians, actors. A lot of times musicians have better senses of humor than comedians. Some comedians are really not fun. This is where Christina Piss sits. She has specials on Netflix. You can watch The Degenerates or Mother Inferior. This is for her back because she has lower back pain. Then this one's for her hemorrhoid. She had 2 kids. They're mine. I was there for both. Somebody drew. That's our dog, FIFO. Rest in peace. Yeah. For some reason, they drew 6 tits on him. I was invited to do stand-up at a minor league baseball game, and Ricky Henderson, Hall of Famer, was playing for the San Diego Sea Dogs, and they gave away bobbleheads that night, and they had me do stand-up before the game started. It wasn't good when they were like, you can come back during the 7th inning stretch and do more stand-up. And I was like, did you see what just happened? No. This was sent to because we did a lot of segments on pup play. Pup play is for people who wish to pretend to be dogs. And sometimes it gets sexual. It doesn't have to be. It can be very innocent. You can be a pup with your child, or you can have a friend who wants to have a tail inserted in them. And they do that rectally. This is like a velvety soft wall. I love a soft wall. I wish you guys could touch it. It's so soft. I feel like every time I walk by a Sarah that has a jacket, it's over for me. I remember what I was doing when I bought some of these jackets because they're like related to shows. And I did a show last year in Long Beach, and I bought this and I wore it once. I was in Dallas again, walking around a mall hours before a show, and I was like, I should get a jacket for the show. There you go, Gucci. 2 days before I shot Ball Hog, I was like, I don't want to wear a leather jacket. I don't want to be the leather guy, but I still have the jacket. I feel like I should put it on. Nice jacket, Tom. Thanks, you got it for me, Netflix. I appreciate it. The color of this coffee, this is a little light for me. There's a little too much milk in this. Somebody else who works here apparently just likes milk. I would murder somebody if they gave me this to drink as coffee. You're still working, right? Check out this jacket. Netflix bought this for me. Oh, yeah. But I didn't tell them that I didn't wear it in the special that they bought it for. Do they know that now? Now they do. I was actually Jay and my D on the road in a hotel room, and I saw an adult film site that had this lady really going to town on this guy's beanbag. And I was like, I wonder if there's more of that. I wonder if there's a whole genre just dedicated to that. And there is, I found that there's actually a whole series called Ball Hogs where these ladies just do things to guys' balls. And it was really cool. So I named my special that thank you for coming to visit my podcast studio. Thank you for watching, or if you have not yet, please go watch Ball Hog, now streaming on Netflix. It was a lot of fun, but we have work to do. You guys really have to go. Please, please get out of here. Go. Get the fuck out of here, man. I've probably checked into 400 hotels this year. And when I tell you that this has happened to me more than half a dozen times, I am not exaggerating. Every hotel check-in begins usually the same. It's standard hotels. You know, the people at the desk, they go last name. And this just happened to me, last name. And I go, Segura. And the guy goes, whoa, are you Japanese? 100%, yeah. And he just goes, oh, we don't get a lot of Japanese people here. That's pretty cool. So I have to stop him and go, hey, man, I'm not Japanese. And he goes, Sagura. Sagura sounds Japanese. I go, that's because you're saying it Japanese. I could be Smith. And if you want to go Smith, it's Japanese. And he goes, well, what are you? Which is fucking rude. Can I just say, it's never important to ask that question. What are you? It's never important to ask that. It's sometimes important, but not a lot. When is it important? Sushi chef, accountant, 100-meter dash. Outside of that, sometimes it matters. So I tell him, I go, Segura is Spanish. And he goes, that's weird. You look white. I go, I am white. And he goes, but you're Spanish, correct? He goes, do you speak Spanish? I said, yes. He goes, so you're Mexican? I go, no. He goes, I don't know what's going on. So what's going on is you failed fucking social studies. You're not too good at geography either. Then I see his head drop, like he feels bad. I'm like, look, man, you understand there's white people in Mexico. You know that part? And he goes, no, I don't. So there's white people there. There's black people there. There's even Asian people there. And if you really want to shit your pants, those Asian people, they speak Spanish too. You don't expect it, but they're like dim sum Asian and they speak Spanish. I swear to God, there's no more liberating and fun thing to do in this world than scream in your best aggressive black guy voice. Holy shit. So much fun. I highly recommend you do it. Not if you're black. If you're black, you already do it. But if you're white, do it. Do it in public. Do it where there are black people. And here's a little secret. If you do it well, there's a possibility that a black guy will yell back in return. I do it all the time.
I live in Los Angeles. Pick your spot. I go to Crenshaw.
There's never a shortage there. I do. I hang back and I go, hey, yeah. Sometimes a black guy will go, sup.
Mm-hmm.
I did it to Big Daddy Kane one. I swear to God. I swear, hand to God, if you don't know who Big Daddy Kane is, you can go fuck yourself. Okay? I was standing on Sunset Boulevard. A limousine pulled up, like for sunset, Really? All right. A limo pulled up, like, I don't know, 30 feet from me. I was just like, all right, see the door open? Who's getting out of this limo? Expecting like a bachelor party or some shit. Fucking Big Daddy Kane. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. And something just took over. You know, spirit grabbed me. I was like, sup, Kane? His head whipped around. He was like, you. And I was like, that wasn't me. Somebody over there did that shit. That wasn't me. If you ever see Big Daddy Kane, please do the same shit. The same shit. God, it's so weird. People ask me, like, I get asked fucking travel advice from strangers. Can we just break down how crazy that is? Like, people come up to me and they're like, hey, you travel a lot, right? And I'm like, yeah, like, where should I go? I don't fucking know you, man. You ask travel advice to people who know you intimately. They know you well. They can guide you based on what they know about you. I mean, you don't ask strangers dining advice, right? Because you're like, hey, man, where should I eat tonight? I know I've never met you before in my life, but do you think you could give me a recommendation? Yeah, you should try this dim sum place. But then that person might go, oh, I hate the Asian world. And you're like, oh, shit, I didn't know that about you. So, yeah, I killed like 4 of them. What are you, like a serial killer or something? Yeah, now you're in an awkward conversation with a serial killer. Here's all I'm saying. I can't tell you where to go. I can tell you where not to go, wherever. They filmed the first 48 on a Kingy. If you're not familiar with the show, here's what it is. Camera crews follow real homicide detectives for the first 48 hours after a murder. And the reason that time distinction is so important is that after 48 hours, they give up on that murder. They're like, that's some old shit. What do you want to do today? You're like, how about you keep trying to solve that murder, man? That shit happened on Monday to Wednesday. We're not going to solve that shit. Really, there are so many amazing moments on that show. So many. A lot of the episodes take a similar path. I'm blown away. First of all, how many times as a witness to a murder? It's crazy. I always thought murders happen in dark alleys. Nobody saw shit. No, every other episode, they're like, you see that shit? And I was like, I saw that shit.
Yeah.
Where? Right fucking here. Really? I was standing here, and then he killed that dude there. What do you look like? He was like 5'2" to 6'8", something like that. That's the fucking description you're gonna give us? Uh-huh. Anything else about him? Yeah, he had ears too. Thanks, man. No problem. They still will sketch that shit out, and they show it to people. Do you know this guy? And everyone's like, nah. But then one guy will be like, yeah, that's Cricket, right? There. You're like, oh shit, you know him? I've been knowing Cricket 27 years. What's his real name? Man, that's just Cricket. And I don't even know. Stop being white and weird. That's a perfect fucking impression. And you know exactly who that was. Okay, yeah, it's a black guy, and he's wearing a wife beater, and he's got on a dirty hat, and he's got a cigarette hanging out of his mouth. He looks like he's about 33, but you find out he's 76 years old, and he speaks super aggressively to the cops. I've been out here for a minute. They're like, all right, Jesus Christ. When was the last time you saw him? You saw him. He came through with jellyfish last week. They were looking for some smoke, and they're like, all right, Jesus Christ. They always cut to the whitest detective from that guy, too. They cut from that guy to a guy who says, I don't think he's going to help us out. We're going to have to find Cricket on our own. That show has the best moment in television. It's the most dramatic thing you could ever see because it's real life. And that is the interrogation. The interrogation is amazing because here's the thing about drama. You want to have a great dramatic moment, raise the stakes. Guess what? There's no higher stakes than somebody being questioned about taking somebody else's life. It's inherently compelling television. It is also super serious. But the detectives insist on using the suspect's street name. So the whole thing turns into a fucking cartoon. Like they're literally like, your life is on the line. We need to talk to you. Why don't you have a seat, little stanky? Shh. Why don't you sit down for a second? Did you or did you not know Dookie Shoes? I don't know. No Dookie Shoes. I got a picture of you hanging out with Dookie Shoes. I mean, I seen him. I don't know. And then they'll throw one bit of evidence against the wall, hoping it'll solve the case. They'll be like, well, we were talking to Anna. Man, he said that you were at the 7-Eleven last week. And he'll be like, yeah, I shot him in the face. And you're like, God damn, really? That's all it took to break you, dude. Lie for longer. You can kill somebody. You can't lie for 10 minutes about it. Like, dudes will break on anything. They'll be like, we heard you on a blue shirt last Friday. Yeah, I stabbed those 4 people. There's a lot of people have blue shirts, man. You can still get out of this. Here's what I've learned watching that show. Okay, lawyer up. You can't handle that shit. Everybody's like, I'm going to talk to the cops and straighten this whole thing out. You're going to do 25 to life. Have fun with that, man. Nobody asked for a lawyer. I've seen 300 people get interrogated on this show. 2 of them were like, can I talk to a lawyer? And both times the detectives were like, fuck. And then at the end of those episodes, that said on the screen, all charges against Tyshawn were dropped. Or Jim, pick a fucking name, let's be honest. There's no Jims on the show. I've seen every episode, and none start with, hey, Bryce, can we talk to you for a second, man? Where were you last Friday? I was over at Tanner's house, and Skylar had a party, so we went over there, and then we picked up Connor, and we had pancakes. Sorry, bro, good detective, bro. Oh, man, I was in London, Canada. They have one. And doesn't that kind of bother you a little bit? Like when a barely city is like, let's just name it an awesome city. And they have the nerve to ask you, like, how do you like London, the real one, or this turd you put in a dress? Because like the fucking balls on Paris, Tennessee to name their city Paris. And then they built a mini Eiffel Tower. Like you're going to walk around confused. Like, well, bonjour. Yeah. I don't even know where I'm at. Can I get me a croissant? Fuck Paris, Tennessee. So I was just in London. Yours, not the real one. I was in. Does that not bother you? Like when a barely city is like, let's just name it after an awesome city. And then they have the nerve to ask you, like, how do you like London? And you're like, the real one. Or this turd you put in a dress. Like, that's your favorite place.
Yeah.
All right. Like the balls of Paris, Tennessee to name their city Paris. And then they built a mini Eiffel Tower. Like you're going to walk around confused, like, well, bonjour. I don't even know where I'm at right now. Con, can I get me a croissant? 10 to, come on, that's 8, it's 8, that's 8, it's 8, that's 8, it's 8, that's 8, it's 8, that's 8, it's 8. I go, so how does this work? Because he shows me this beautiful penis, you know? I go, this is fantastic. I want this in my life. And he goes, well, we'll shave you down. We have this thing and it has like extra skin so that it sits flush on you and it's glued to you. But on the backside, there's a little hole. I mean, a little hole, and he goes, and that's where you put yourself. And I go, I don't know if I'll fit in that. And he goes, you'll fit. And he was right. I fit, no problem. Yeah. He just sized you up. Yeah. Sized me up. He just knew it. He knew.
Did you get to hang on to the penis?
Or is it, they even gave me a backup. They go, we made 2, we gave back. You know what my grandma always said? You can never have too many penis.
History of.
Well, the show is called Bad Thoughts. It premieres May 13th on Netflix. Tom Segura, everybody. Thank you, Tom. We'll be back with Guillermo. Do you know how many subscribers we have on YouTube now? 20 million. That's right. Yeah. That's why we're wearing these glasses. Thanks for being a subscriber. If you're not, help us get to 20 million in one pawn. Ton the Tendi. Come on. That's 8. It's 8. And the best is I go, so how does this work? Because he shows me this beautiful penis, you know? I go, this is fantastic. I want this in my life. And he goes, well, we'll shave you down. We have this thing and it has like extra skin so that it sits flush on you and it's glued to you. But on the backside, there's a little hole. I mean, a little hole. And he goes, and that's where you put yourself. And I go, I don't know if I'll fit in that. And he goes, you'll fit. And he was right. I fit. No problem. Yeah. He just sized you up. Yeah. Sized me up. He just knew. He knew. Did you get to hang on to the penis? Or is it, they even gave me a backup. They go, we made 2, we gave back. You know what my grandma always said? You can never have too many penis. History of, well, the show is called Bad Thoughts. It premieres May 13th on Netflix. Tom Segura, everybody. Thank you, Tom. We'll be back with Perdon Guillermo. Do you know how many subscribers we have on YouTube now? 20 million. That's right. Yeah. That's why we're wearing these glasses. Thanks for being a subscriber. If you're not, help us get to 20 million and one. So if you're here, go see these guys in Las Vegas. It's Bern Creer and Tom Silver at the MGM Super Bowl weekend and the Come Together stand-up tour here in LA. You'll be at the Netflix as a Joke Fest on May 9th. Tickets are all available at tomsegura.com. Thank you, Tom. We'll be back with Mammoth W. We'll talk about, yeah, okay. I go, why? And she is, because she stopped. I go, I'm sorry. How would I be allowed to stay if I was just sitting at your bar, just kind of toying you at the top? You know, like, would you tap me on the shoulder? Be like, excuse me, will you put your leaky dick back in your pants? Thanks. You want some chicken fingers or Sprite or something? I say you call the SWAT team and they would rappel into the building. Someone would crack my fucking head on the side of the bar and you'd have a parade as my corpse was carried out As she goes, you're right about that. We as a nation, we have been traumatized by these horrific laws and people being imprisoned for having weed. And it highlights the absurdity of not only it having been illegal and so crazy for so many years, but also highlights how the next generation will not believe our stories about it at all. There's a 0% chance they will understand what we're talking about. It'd be like trying to tell a kid now, like, hey, you know, pigeons used to deliver messages to people. They'd be like, what the fuck are you saying right now? It'll be the same thing. I'm going to sit my son down one day and be like, you know, when I was your age to get weed, I almost died. And they'll be like, why was 7-Eleven on fire or something? They didn't sell it at 7-Eleven. Daddy used to get in cars with strangers. And where are we going? Chill out. All right. 3-hour round trips to buy weed. If you're like, oh, what kind of weight were you moving? $20 worth of marijuana that didn't major. I bought weed from a dude in a standalone trailer one time. Not a trailer park, a solo trailer. A solo trailer. The most terrifying housing situation that exists. Like where other trailer people are like, get the out of here. They kick him out. I just walk up to that shit 15 and this dude's like, you trying to get a sack? I was like, oh shit, yeah. He goes, we could go do that. I was like, all right, cool. He goes, we just need to go get it. I was like, you don't fucking have it. Isn't that your sole responsibility? So I tried to play cool. I was like, all right, let's go get it. He goes, I'll go get it. You stay here and watch my place. And I was like, okay. And he goes, there's a 35-7 and a shotgun on my bed. Anybody comes in here, blast them inside paralysis. What I said was, that's what's up. Like, yeah, man. Sorry, I moved recently because of you. Nice folks. I could buy a nice house and I'm very thankful for that. And yeah, thank you. I bought a house in a neighborhood though that I think is too nice, you know? Like it kind of reminds me of a store. Right? You ever walk into a store and like right away you're like, I should leave. Like when you get there, I feel like there's whenever they offer you something to drink in a store, that's a sign, you know? So some stores you walk into and they're like, would you like still or sparkling water? And you're like, I left something in the car. I'll be right back. Well, I mean, all my neighbors, they're like investment bankers and partners in legal firms. And then I'm there like, do you eat ass or what do you do, man? You know? And they're like, thanks for buying a house. It's great to have you. Here's what's wild. A current or former United States Senator, I shall not say whom, lives in my neighborhood. Everybody talks about him. I know which house it is. I'd never met him. Now I'm home from tour and I decide to start my day with a morning walk, a casual walk. You know, I have some coffee. Let's get the day started. I go for a walk. I walk past his house. He comes outside. I don't say anything, right? But he yells out. He goes, hey, you the comedian? I go, yeah. He goes, where do you think the term comes from? Hello, it's nice to meet you. I go, I don't know. He goes, you know, it's from people doing that. I'm like, their moms? And he goes, yeah. I go, I don't know. He goes, how many people do you think do that? I go, more than you want it to be. He's like, then, and I am not making this up. I could not make this up. He says to me, how about daughter? I go, first of all, that's not an expression. They're going to maybe use this, right? No one's like, check out this crazy daughter fucker over here. If you have kinks, we can talk about them, but not like this. I don't like this at all. And he goes, meh. And he just turns around and walks his house. I'm like, what the fuck was that? So I keep walking, just contemplating every mistake I've ever made that led me to that conversation. And now I'm walking home. So I walk past his house again. He comes back outside. He goes, hey, I didn't want it to end like that. That was weird. He goes, I thought about it. And a motherfucker is not somebody who their own mom. I go, oh, do you? He goes, a motherfucker is someone who fucks your mom. He goes, that's the most disrespectful thing anyone can do. So if somebody is particularly rude, call them a motherfucker. And I go, wow, I am so impressed that you put that together so quickly. I can see why you may or may not be Ted Cruz. And then I walk away. Oops. I'll tell you on a grand scale who's helping nobody lose weight. It's Starbucks. This is true. They have a national training campaign to try to trick you into ordering food. And this is why they know you're going to order a beverage. So they try to lead you into food. Pull into any Starbucks drive-thru and now they greet you. They say, welcome to Starbucks. What can we get started for you? Eat today. And you're, wait, what? I just wanted coffee. And they're like, no shit. What else do you want? So then you're like, I don't know, sausage. Like, what do you have? I don't respect that. I like my shame straight up and honest. And nobody does that better than the West Coast burger chain in Man Out. And if you've never been in Man Out, get your fucking life together and go. And I want you to go simply so you can expect experience the most shameful and honest question in all of fast food because you pull up and you go, I'll have a double fries and a Coke. And they go, will you be eating in the car? Yeah, I think so. They go, I bet you will. You fat pile of garbage. Doesn't that question sting? You're like, am I living in my car? Why am I eating in my car? Because if you say no, they give you a bag and they're like, leave with dignity. But if you say yes, it's an open tray and they go eat out of that pig and then it falls in your lap and they go pick it up and you're like, and then go, are you going to jerk off when you get home because you're lonely? And you're like, yeah, we're going to give you a free milkshake because you're bumming everybody out. We're fast food workers. You're making us sad. Get the fuck out of here. How's your son? Amazing. Super cute. The most adorable. He's not like Asian baby cute, but he's like right below that. And what they were the cutest. I think they're cuter than bunnies and puppies combined. Personally, I would throw away 20 white babies to have an Asian baby if it was. But before we started, I was not a very good host because I was talking about how it may be a life I lead. Your sadness was hilarious. You told me about your empty house. It's true. And how you sit in your sadness. And I asked you, what do you consume? Like, what's your vice? Do you drink at night? Are you eating cookies?
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, I'm consumed by my mind sadness. That's hilarious. Well, good. I'm glad I could bring you up with my down. Oh, like you telling me how sad you are has been the best part of my week. And looked at my driver's license as we were having this meeting and it says, I'm 5'11". And he goes, bro, 5'11", come on. He shook his head. Then he stood up next to me and I was like, I am. I tower over you. Come on, that's ridiculous. I tower over you. You can eat peanuts off my head easily. How tall are you? Tom, 5'11". Made a joke and he said, let's build a wall around Louisiana, right? And that made some people very unhappy. People would be like, no, you crossed the line with that joke about building a wall. I'm like, do you understand what time we're living in here? Like, do you understand the context? Like, our current administration wants to build a wall to keep people out from, like, quote, shithole countries. I'm just saying, let's put a wall around a shithole state. You know, it's like I fly every week. I never buy a first class ticket. I buy coach tickets. I buy them so much I get bumped up to first class. I am telling you. The moment I get bumped up to first class, I get washed over with this feeling. I'm like, oh, look at these disgusting poor pieces of trash.
Yeah.
I'm so much better than everybody. Like, don't stand next to me, dude. You're gross. I dare you to come try to use the first class bathroom from coach when I'm up there because I will put my hand on your chest and I'll send you back. I'll be like, no, there's a pig trough in the back for you guys. Go have fun with that. Go to your momhousepodcast.com. Just hundreds of episodes. Me and my wife's very juvenile. Lots of farts, but, you know, yeah, that's one thing that makes me happy. You like farts? I do like that. Hold on, I feel better. I got nothing. Just knowing that something was coming. Just good. Just the answer. I love you. You did have a section where I had to decide. Somebody speaks and I have to guess if it's a black man talking or me or you, Tom, or black you. Really? Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and do it. Can we hear like that? And I had to guess. Yeah, hey, yo. Like, that wasn't as good. Let me hear yours. Hey, yeah. Dude, what is that? Hold on. What are you talking about? What are you saying? He's at the University of Miami. You didn't meet him. It's a black guy. I'm half Peruvian. So we've been teaching him Spanish because it's part of his heritage. And I speak Spanish. And, you know, there's also utility in knowing Spanish. So many people speak it, of course. Yeah. And then my wife's Hungarian, which is fine. And she goes, I want him to speak Hungarian. I'm like, why? So he can be an arms dealer or something. Now you're saying that you want a black, aggressive fit talker in tennis. Yeah, that would be the best. That's an ace, man. Like, that ain't no double follow-up. Fuck you. Like that. Like, that ain't no double follow-up. Sir, can you please watch your language? Please eat my dick. Okay, I'm going to have to ask you to get over to the bitch. You were talking about the baby on the Netflix show. How old is the baby? 7 months old. How's that going? It's good. I mean, it's very good. He's very cute. He's not like Asian cute, but he's really cute for a white kid. Don't you think? They're the best Asian babies. They're so cute. Biracial babies, to me, really, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Mix it up. Really? Yeah, absolutely. I like them purebred. I was a freshman in college and I overdosed on GHB and like I took ecstasy and I drank. It's the date rate drug, but I gave it to myself. That's That's GHB. That's what GHB is. GHB is, yeah, you didn't really know what you were taking, though.
Yeah. Right?
Doctors ultimately found some stuff in your system that you, yeah, I mean, I knew what I was taking because I had taken it before because it's fun to get high, but I didn't realize that I shouldn't take 100 hits at once, like that kind of thing. Have you heard from people who in some way relate to your story and they're like, drugs are fun, you're right, no. You host a podcast with your wife? That sounds like a fake. Why you say about my wife, man? Ow. Apologize. 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 Apologize to his wife. I apologize to your wife. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Senora Segura. Apologize. We don't apologize. You don't have that out of your system yet, bro. What's up with those shoes? You tell me. What color are they? What color? Yes, black. Come on, you've been listening. You've been listening. No, we've been having a debate all morning because Ariana's wearing the same shoes about whether they're navy blue or black. Look at them next to your black pants. They're black. Your socks are blue. Yes. We're not, but it's not about the shoes. Black. All right. Well, that's it. Tom Segura has settled it. I have a podcast too. Do you know what a podcast is?
Yes.
Well, why'd you take it like that? Because some people don't even know. I know. Some people don't know blue from black. A podcast is, I just realized recently that I definitely need a hobby because I don't actually do anything. Like I do this sometimes and that's it. You know, the same goes for all comedians. We're either doing shows or in hotel rooms and that's a lot of time to kill. And the truth is you can only watch so much porn before you're like, all right, I'm going to watch some more. But right now it hurts. I got to find something else to do. Like, I can't describe how bad bombing feels to somebody. Imagine if a girl said, you got weak dick. And then, like, as she said it, another girl walked by and was like, it does. What the fuck? This is like a never-ending line.
Yeah.
And then a whole bunch of them were standing around, be like, you're chatting in unison. And they're like, weak dick, weak dick, weak dick. I go do one of these horrible fucking morning shows, 7 o'clock in the morning. You know, the moms taking care of their babies are not like, I'm going to go see this. It's like, it's not the right place to publicize stand-up. Which is why you did that doing the character called DJ Dadmouth. Comedian Tom Segura, a.k.a. DJ Dadmouth. DGDDDD Dadmouth. It's all about the after party, man. It's, I want to give a shout out to Kim Anna. You are amazed. And Throatzilla. Yeah. Let's talk about rain real quick, man. Over here, Cedar Rapids. Here, man. You got a little over an inch. That's nothing. Look at Spencer. Spencer, man. Y'all are wet, man. It's so easy. What is this deck? Decora. They have no rain. Or that you just felt lazy. You didn't putting in the total. So we welcome them in this. Then, good morning. Sup, man. Shout out to Mercer. Shout out to the Bristol stool chart. I had number 5. That's soft blobs with clear-cut edges. Because I need fiber. There you go, Tom Segura. Okay, DJ Dadmouth, a.k.a. duct tape, Dadmouth, duct tape. How'd you get that? People call me duct tape, man. They call me duct tape because I always have it on me. You know, like MacGyver. It fixes everything. I'll duct tape your mouth shut. I'll just... Anywhere that you have a hole on you, I'll put duct tape on you. Put duct tape on it. I duct tape your ass today. Oh, Skycamp. Oh, look at this. We'd like to thank our sponsors at Orton Homes.
Yes.
If you're looking for a house and you have money, contact Orton Homes and they'll help you get it. And if something breaks, we'll put duct tape on it. Now I got to ask us to get up here. You were expecting a blizzard in Syracuse, obviously. No. It's just how I roll, man. I roll like this in July. I don't care if it's humid. I don't care if it's 105. I wear fur because there's an old saying, happy hoes eat, sad hoes don't. And I try to stay happy. Welcome Ohio native comedian Tom Segura, folks. So, okay, before we get into this, shout out to everybody all over the world doing their thing and stuff like that. Shout out to Daniacs XVLB. You know what I'm saying? Got it. What's it like at home? It's not a lot of laughs, man. A lot of smells. There's a smelly house. We have a baby, kids, one kid, but he felt that all you need. That's all it takes, yeah. I mean, look, there's a lot of action in the home too, you know, like I got kids that she doesn't know about. So sometimes when she's out of the house, I'll bring other kids over. Hour-long specials right now on Netflix. It's presented by Netflix. Tell us a little bit about the special. I watched it last night and I was telling you a story off air. You started off, it's hilarious. And then you go into some stories where my girlfriend's outside of the room and she goes, huh? He said, what? What did he say? Yeah, it's dirty, but it's hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, your girlfriend, here's what I've been trying to figure out. I got into online shopping recently. I guess that's a thing. Here's what I've been doing though. I shop for things that are like way out of my price range. And then after a while I go, oh yeah, I can't afford that. Like today I was looking at yachts online and then I was telling myself I didn't want them as if they were an option. You know, I was like 50 Faye. See if it, that's not even big enough for all my friends and family. I'm not getting that shit. Fuck am I doing? You ever do that? You ever go down like a rabbit hole online and then like 6 hours have gone by and you're like, I'm shopping for the private jet that best suits my needs. I think I found this is it right here. The G550. How much is this place order? $53 million. Well, maybe not now, but maybe later I'll just bookmark that shit. You know what that is? That's a sense of entitlement. That's me thinking I should be associated with this thing and I haven't earned it. I have. Neither of you, but also me. I get that feeling the most when I get upgraded to first class. Yeah, I fly every week. I never buy first class ticket. I buy coach tickets. I buy them so much, I get bumped up to first class. I'm telling you, the moment I get bumped up to first class, I get washed over with this feeling. I'm like, look at these fucking poor pieces of shit. Ugh. So much better than them. Don't stand next to me. Ugh. Dude, I dare you to try to come up from coach and use the first class bathroom. When I'm there, I'll put my hand on your chest, okay? There's a pig trough in the back. That's for you guys, for the big ballers up front. Some people buy first class tickets. I always feel like they know you got upgraded. They always give you the look like, by the way, we fucking know. You can sit up here, but you're not like us. God, it's so weird, people. People ask me like, I get asked fucking travel advice from strangers. Can we just break down crazy that is? Like people come up to me and they're like, hey, you travel a lot, right? And I'm like, yeah, where should I go? I don't fucking know you, man. You ask travel advice to people who know you intimately. They know you well. They can guide you based on what they know about you. I mean, so you don't ask strangers dining advice, right? Because you're like, hey, man, where should I eat tonight? I know I've never met you before in my life, but do you think you could give me a recommendation? Yeah, you should try this dim sum place. But then that person might go, oh, I hate the Asian world. And you're like, oh, shit, I didn't know that about you. Yeah, I killed like 4 of them. What are you, like a serial killer or something? Yeah. Now you're in an awkward conversation with a serial killer, Sam. I met Kevin on the set of the movie Death at a Funeral.
Yes, sir. Death at a funeral.
I met Kevin. I had seen him. You had a special on Showtime, and it was a bunch of young comedians, and Kevin and I think we had like a lunch break or something. And Kevin came up to me and asked for advice, and I'd seen him, and I don't know. I gave him some advice. And it's weird. He's the only guy. Kevin Hart and Aziz Ansari. Only guys that ever listened to me. And he literally did exactly what the fuck I told him. I looked at him. I said, yo, man, you're really funny, but your problem is you're competing with these other comedians. They are not your peers. You're better than all of them. But you need to get out of their circle and develop your own voice. That's what I told him, right? True story. I swear to God, within 800 days, Kevin Hart was a bigger star than me. Within 800 days, he was taking parts from me. He's in a movie with The Rock. My last name's Rock. How the fuck he get the fucking part? From now on, when I see young comedians, they ask me for advice. I just say, shut the fuck up. I actually want to tell a true story about the first day that I met Kevin Hart because I think it's very telling about his personality. I'm a rapper, and I was booked to perform in Las Lazas at one of those super trashy daytime generic Las Vegas pool parties. That's where Kevin Hart decided to have his actual bachelor party. I think he just likes being around those lowest common denominator type of people that love all his movies and stuff. I think he just likes that vibe. I don't know why he was there anyways. I hadn't even met him yet. I was on stage rapping, you know, really in the zone. I heard the crowd roar. All of a sudden, I assumed it must have been because I had done something cool, but I turned right and no, this is actually because Kevin Hart jumped on stage, microphone in hand, and actually performed to perfect me for the entire duration of the rest of the show. Which, look, I grew up in Philadelphia idolizing this man. So it was a total dream come true to have this guy materialize out of thin air and meet him right there on the stage. Very cool moment in my life. As years went by, I took a step back and really analyzed what actually occurred that day. The audacity of a man, having never met the performer, to just assume that everyone wants him to just jump on stage and interact. It's totally ridiculous way to carry yourself and live life. I don't know how he does these things or gets away with it, but he does, and it's incredible. So I wish I could be a rapper or some shit. I really do. You know why I can't be a rapper though, man? Because my voice ain't deep enough. To be a rapper, need a deep voice. That's the only way people are going to want to listen to you on a regular basis. I don't think nobody will buy my album because my voice is too small. Yeah, bitch, I'm a killer. I shoot you in your face. Everybody gonna die. Everybody gonna die tonight. Did he just say Pachero? Pacheron. I'm not buying that shit. If you sure shit just keeps you from being tough. You want to know what's really keeping me from being tough? Look at this. This is really holding me back. Look at this here. Look at this. Look at this. This is yo, they me up, man. Cause ain't nothing tough about this. It don't matter what you say. Ain't nobody gonna take you serious if you swing your feet. It don't matter. Tell you, she, I will kill everybody in this tonight. Playing with you all. You all think it's a game. No, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the way people treat me around there. Would you talk to a guy who swung his feet if you had a club and I try to talk to you? Come here, baby. Let me holler at you for a second. You, girl. You know damn well who I'm talking to. Wait a second. Let me climb down and get my feet together.
Wait a minute now.
Rappers make me laugh, though. I swear. Rappers are funny, man. I see rappers freestyle like when they be battling each other. So you ever notice the more angry a rapper get, the higher his hands get? You ever notice that they start off so kind, like this is rappers when they freestyle. You like the dude. This the dude when you be listening to the other guy. You ready? No, I got him. I got him, baby. Wait, this is really how they be. Look, real talk. Hey, look, though. Hey, look, though. Hey, is that a rapper? I'm really trying to be a rapper right now. Like this. This is a real angry rapper. Real talk. I kill niggas. I slay that. Don't love it. You want to beat me to get it? I get it back now. The dude be so confused. Oh, this nigga's crazy. He's about to, he be trying to follow his hands. This thing is crazy. He's about to kill me. He's going to cut me or something. I can't be that guy, man. There's so much stuff that I wanted to do that I'm realizing now that I can't do. Like, I wanted to be a singer. I wanted to be an R&B singer for a long time, but I can't sing. But I can dance my ass off if anybody in here is trying to be a singer. I'm about to tell you what you need to know to make it all right. There's some more classified stuff. All you know how to do is open your hands, close them, and point. That's it. I know it sounds crazy, actually, all like what? But I'm telling you, it look good. Watch this. I'm not going to say nothing, but tell me this. Don't like I'm about to say some stuff. Look at, shit. Keep on, sing something. What are you going to say, girl? That or the slide out? The slide out is, you ever see an old group and the old group being a thing? Like the Temptations of somebody. You never know who the lead singer is, so they slide out. They be like this. They slide out and start singing on you. That's the best shit ever. Because they be talking shit they like. These bitches don't even know what's about to hit, about to slide out. He's good. This guy's good. He's good. Nummel. And I finally worked my way up to the front of the plane. Group 1, which means you get to board like it's your plane, right? You get to board, yeah. You sit in a chair that's the size for a human being. There's a place for your bag. Yep. All right. You get a little hot towel and all that. Then the second I get that, all of a sudden, now there's like these 20 groups that are like pre-boarding now. Like half the plane qualifies and they're getting on. And I just sit there just like losing my shit, It starts off like it's just like anybody in uniform, anybody in military. So it's like, all right. But after like the 20th guy, you just start being like, have you seen action? Are you on the front line to please? Right? Then it's anybody with kids, anybody with disabilities. And they just say, anybody with a red shirt, hey, it's Tony Tuesday. Anybody named Anthony could get on. Dude, I sat one time, I saw this guy get on the plane, okay? He wasn't in uniform. He didn't have kids. He had all his limbs. He wasn't limping. He didn't have a cough. He just walked on the plane. It's like, who this is that guy? How did I get on before that guy? So no, I always hated the anxiety of being in the back of the plane. I just remember like the worst is whenever you would get your seat and you'd sit there and about ready to close the door and you have that empty seat next to you, like the poor man's first class. You're like, oh shit, I'll bring the armrest up. I can actually be great. Then all of a sudden some fat bastard gets on the platform and you're like, no. You literally like Quint at the end of Jaws, like sliding down the floor, right? So one time, I swear to God, this is all true. This dude got on. He was so fat. He was sitting next to me. I was literally next to him and behind him. He like tried to make himself smaller and he like folded his arm and his lat came out like a, it's this old Western saloon thing. I'm just sitting behind this thing. So yeah, that motivates you to try to get to a solution. So all these years, 20 years, you work your way up to the front. And now still they won't let you. Yeah, now that fat guy's considered disabled because he can't stop steak cookies. So he gets on. Look how many groaning. 90% of the world is starving to death. That guy eat a salad and get on the treadmill like the rest of us. We're all working out. What is the problem? Well, okay, what could you do? Could you do anything? Then could you get on the plane? Is there anything you could do, Conan? I imagine there's something that I could be doing. There's always something that I could be doing. That's what I've learned being married. You know? Well, you should have done it this way. I'm sorry. Like that, literally. So I'm your wife right now. Yeah, that was just playing in the loop. What am I doing now? You know, this is the thing. You know what? It kills me. It's just like, if I could just fix my temper, my wife should have nothing on me. Yeah, she'd have nothing on me. I work my ass off. I make a great living. I like doing the dishes. I'm a great dad. All she has on me is just, it's just, I don't know, like my overall vibe. That's it. Wait a minute. All she has on you is my fault. It's your overall personality and vibe. You know what kills me? I was this guy when the essence of who you are is the only thing. I was this guy when she met me. Yeah. She's acting like I changed. I was always flipping out. Were you flipping out the day? Like when you met, did you flip out? Did you really? That's right. Yeah. I remember she told me to go see that movie, Monster. Remember that movie with Charlize Theron? Yeah. And everybody was saying how, oh my God, it was unbelievable. Like they literally blamed guys that she was a serial killer.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like when you saw the Jeffrey Dahmer movie, it wasn't like, somebody shoved a tuna fish sandwich up my ass. And I confused people with food. So they didn't make like a big excuse for them. You know, she was a psycho killing people and she should have died. But I'm like watching it feeling guilt. Do they ever take responsibility for their actions? Even when they're murdering people? It's somehow our fault. It's unreal. That was the problem. Having a juniper sandwich. Why would having a juniper sandwich shoved up your butt make you want to eat people? Because another man did it, right? It was another person. So you equated, I don't know, sex with food. I forget how the idea went. But all I know is she laughed when I said it. She was dying laughing and kind of saw my point. And I always hate when she says to me, she'd just be like, you know, I just don't see, where is that coming from? Where is that coming from? It's just like, honey, how many childhood stories do I have to tell you before you follow the breadcrumbs to the psycho that you married? I mean, did you ever take a psychology class? Like you didn't see this coming, right? That's what it is. It's not that she says that I'm a jerk. It's just the nerve to be surprised. All right. I wish we had more time. Good God. All right. I feel like do I help you at all by getting cathartic? It's cathartic, right? Cathartic. Because I'm going to go home. She's not going to watch this. She's older. I love it when a guest says no one. She's not going to watch it. No, she's not going to watch it. Yeah. You can see Bill on his latest nationwide tour. 50 and he's starting to mellow. I swear to God, I am. After getting the twinkle in my eye back at the TD Garden in Boston on October 5th in Madison Square Garden. Wow. On Wednesday, November 7th. That's fantastic. Unbelievable. Thank you. For more cities and dates, thank you. Go to Bill Burr, Bill Burr. Be right back. Regina Hoffman. She was mourning and screaming. I was mourning and screaming as she was mourning and screaming. I was mourning and screaming. I looked into her eyes. She looked into my eyes. And she went, do they have Christmas trees in Africa? I have no idea what pisses me off more. The fuck they said us is while we're having sex, or the fact that I took time out to answer the question. Yes, we do. You guys have been wonderful. Good night. So, what's up? What's up? Bonjour, Montreal. I've been here for 3 weeks. I've never been here that long. I've been reading the news. There's no mass shootings. No cops killing black people. There's no Caitlyn Jenner stuff that you have in an election to, I don't know the religion of the candidates. What the hell do you do for fun up here? I have no idea what's going on. Gay marriage.
Right.
We have that now. Yeah. Our Supreme Court finally approved gay marriage. And in the decision, the funniest thing they wrote, they said that gays are now entitled to the same rights as all other humans. And I said, that's so nice of you to make them human now. Because we do. We have a national homophobia. It's ridiculous. Like the minute the Supreme Court approved gay marriage, the states that don't want it, they have these things now. They call it religious freedom laws, and it's a twist on religion. And what it does, it allows people to use their religion to discriminate against gays or anyone they don't like, you know, in the name of Jesus, because there's no doubt Jesus was big on discrimination. I think it was Jesus that said, love one another as you love thyself. Unless he's different than you, then go ahead and shoot his ass, because that was open. Carry Jesus, who's very popular down in Texas. I don't know. So they have these laws. So there was a pizzeria in Indianapolis that said they refused to serve pizza to gay weddings. Now, keep in mind, no gay wedding had ever ordered pizza, but they said we will not serve pizza to gay weddings that didn't order pizza in the first place. And just to make sure we never lose any money not serving pizza to gay people who didn't want pizza, we had started a Kickstarter GoFundMe page, and they raised over $800,000 to make sure they never lose money not serving pizza to gay people who didn't want pizza to begin with. And I read that article, and I made a decision, and I'm telling you right now, Alonzo Bowden refused to do comedy at gay weddings that have never asked me to do comedy in the first place. And just to make sure I never lose money not doing comedy for gay people that didn't want my ass there to begin with, I have started a GoFundMe page. So please give generously in the name of Jesus. We always talk about the women up here. Beautiful, beautiful women. Yeah, I'll look. But I'm out of the game now because the game has changed. You used to be able to pick up. Now you want to hook up. You want to get laid? There's an app for that, right? That's what you do. They have like Tinder and Instagram and stuff, and that's a young man's game. You know, my nephew was showing me, like, check it out. You just flip through the pictures, then you hit like, then if she hits, like, you hook up and you smash that. And I was like, you smash that on a, like, that's the extent of your effort, you lucky little punk. You don't know. I love it. I can look on Instagram, but I can't be trying to hook up on Instagram. I'm a little too old to be messing around the Instagram. And I'd be the creepy guy on Instagram, you know? And you don't want to be that, right? Creepy. That's like the worst thing I got. No, I used to think creepy was the worst thing a guy could be until I heard these girls talk about a guy who looked rapey. And I was like, that's a thing. Now there's rapey out there. That is the worst description I have ever heard. Can you imagine being described as rapey? Man, if you looked rapey, you would do anything to get back to creepy, wouldn't you? People always ask comics, they're like, what makes you laugh? I'll tell you what makes me laugh. The most ordinary, everyday things I see that they make me laugh. I was crossing the street, right? I stopped at the crosswalk. I looked next to me. There's a seeing eye dog. And I looked at him and he had no blind person. It was just a dog. And I started laughing my ass off because all I could think is somewhere there's a blind guy going, where's my dog? Where's my dog? And I couldn't help but think, what did he do that? The dog said, I've had enough of this. You on your own. You're laughing. I love that. I love that joke because see, now that planted a seed, right? And what's going to happen? You're going to see a blind guy with a dog and you're going to think about that joke and you're going to start laughing and everyone's going to think you're the biggest asshole in the world because you're laughing at a blind guy with a dog. And then you're going to be, no. The rapey guy said, I'm Alonzo Bowden. Thank you. Thank you. Speaking of going psycho, I saw your Netflix special and it's hilarious. Very, very funny. What? Thank you. Thank you. And it's nice of the audience to react like that, but it hasn't actually aired yet. So you're lying. You shot in Nashville. You're not from Nashville, obviously. Why did you shoot it in Nashville? Because you know something. The special I did before, I wanted to shoot in San Francisco, and all the BS didn't work out. So the last second, we had to get a theater, and I did it down in Atlanta, and, you know, northern guy, Boston guy, going in front of this southern crowd and everything.
Like, this whole new vibe came in that I really enjoyed, where it was like, rather than, you know, you do a special, it's like, oh, do it in your hometown. Like, everybody thinks the same way. And you kind of lose that great element of stand-up of, like, people not understanding necessarily your point of view.
And then you get heckled, and then you get, like, that whole... It feels like a live show. And how I chose Nashville was I did Vince Vaughn's Wild West, the comedy festival that they have. And they were like, oh, it's where they did the original Grand Ole Opry. You got to see this place. I just walked in. It just had that magic. And I was just like, oh, it's so funny. It's so incredible. It's very funny. And your podcast, which I love, you do it twice a week. And it's different from most podcasts in that there are no guests. You just rant and rave for a full hour. Yeah. Are you doing that in the house? Yeah. You should try to make sure the baby doesn't hear you doing that. Oh, yeah. Because I think it could trouble the child. Well, the reason why I don't have a guest is because, like, then it becomes a job, and then people, I can't find your house, and can we do it at Thursday and all that? Hell, I didn't get in this business to have a job. You know, I got this. I didn't want to have a job, you know, so I just go off on stuff. It started off me just doing like 5 minutes, and then people started writing in questions as Cat Bill. Excellent. I am a big fan of it. I listen to it all the time. Bill Burr. Everybody watch his special on Netflix January 31st. Walk your way out. Thanks for watching. If you like that, subscribe to our YouTube channel for all the latest videos. And if you didn't subscribe anyway, it's free. Who cares? Bring. You really are the whitest person I've ever seen in my life. Yes, serve me well. I've never worked for anything. Yeah, I was born on a yacht. It's just all been downhill. I don't even mean it, and I don't mean it in a genetic way. I mean, like I do you. I'm talking full-on white privilege. I was stunned when I first heard about white privilege. I had no idea what it was. I was like, everybody doesn't get to do this. It seems as if the song never changes. Job interviews, right? As I get out of the car, you're hired, go home. We'll see you tomorrow. You want an office? You were on a stand-up comedy tour of the world. Is it the world? I think we could say the world. The white world.
Yeah.
White world. I went to Europe. They just pulled back like I was actually doing that. Was it a racist tour? Well, let's go through the countries. Maybe it was a white one. Yeah, it was pretty. Thought the leg was pretty white. I went on. What the hell was I did England, Iceland, getting whiter there. Iceland at a corporate at Santa Claus's house. Whitest dude ever. Then I kind of did. I don't know. I went to Germany and then I don't know, Austria. Where were you received most warmly as far as like them getting me the best? I guess I would call it the Midwest of Europe. Oh, was the Budapest, Vienna, and Warsaw? Wow. Yeah. They were like the same kind of idiot that I was. And we just like locked in and I had these great, like I was in Budapest. I was on stage like, geez, I'd shoot a special here. Yeah. People look great. Yeah. They were just going along with the left. And it must be really strange to be popular and well received in a place where English is not their first language. Yeah, no, it is. But you got to understand that everybody has like Netflix. So all you're getting is just people that are into you. It's not like I walk around hungry going, hey, how's it going? People look at it, the hell is this guy talking about? Like they don't know me. The people that know me, and then they show up and that's all I need. So like every person we would see, like for instance, here at the Royal Albert Concert Hall in London where you shot your special. And when I watched it last night, it was great, by the way. Thank you. So, but when you walk out and all these English people, there's a lot of people there thrilled to see you. That has to, I would imagine that means something more than, you know, going back to Boston. Yeah, no, it's very, very humbling to sit there and be like that. All these people from this far away want to come out and see you. And then that's when you can get in your head and start going, like, do I deserve this? What am I doing here? And Royal Albert Hall is beautiful. And it's like, I got a bunch of jokes. Why am I here? Yeah, there's like symphonies performed there, you know, and then I'm coming out, hey, you ever been going to the bathroom and blah, blah, just like, so there's a lot of that. Yeah. When you travel around the funniest parts, when you get really far east into Europe, as they get like really like logical and I bombing. I can't remember if I was in Finland or Estonia. I was just bombing and I was just going, my God, what's going on? And like, I noticed their heckles, they were like trying to like solve the problem of the joke. Like you tell a joke and I wouldn't get a laugh. And somebody, well, why didn't you just say you were sorry? So I was just like, oh, is that what you guys are trying to do? So it's like, I had to kind of figure that out. And no, if you get into like countries where they don't believe in afterlife, you get a lot of that, very logical. You know, there's no like, hey man, there's none of that vibe. It's just like this plus this equals that. It's like, all right, wow. That's kind of funny. Yeah. You know what I wanted to ask you about? Because I know you're a big Patriots fan. Yes. Antonio Brown. Yes. Are you excited about him being on the team? Yeah. We'll see what happens. You never know. What I like is it's a 1-year contract. That's perfect. It's like a weekend in Vegas, right? No matter how crazy she is, it's got to end. You're going to be on that Southwest flight. But I think he's going to be good. I don't know. I think there was a little bit of, you know, a little bit of him, a little bit of them maybe seemed like they were finding him, I think. Wasn't there like something in his contract where if they find him enough time, then they didn't have to pay him a signing bonus? I don't know, but it seems like if you miss a practice, then you get fined because practice is part of the thing. Yeah. Do you think like if he'd go, he's also a Raider? I thought like that's what you're supposed to do. Show up dressed like a pirate, threaten somebody's coming with booze on your breath. And then as long as you scored a touchdown, you were fine. That's the way the Raiders were when I grew up. So I was a little surprised. Were you thrilled when you read that he signed with the Patriots so very quickly? And Tom Brady even invited him to come live in his house. Yeah, I know. It's nuts. It's a whole thing.
Every time I think it's over, another good thing happens.
Did you take your family on the road with you to Europe for this tour? I took him to Iceland. Oh, you did? Yeah, so whenever I go to over to Europe, we just pick a country that we've never been to and we hang there for like 7 days, get acclimated to the time or whatever. And yes, we went to Iceland, just you, your wife, and your daughter.
Yep.
And my parents came over. Oh, your parents came too? Yeah. Oh man, I forgot the story. I was smoking a cigar. They have like a center in Reykjavik, and it's just sort of this grassy hill with some statue of some dead guy, the usual thing, right? So I was sitting there and I was smoking a cigar. This woman approached me. She was just like, "Excuse me, can you do me a favor?" And I was just like immediately weirded out. I was like, "Yeah, what?" She goes, "Can you push me down the hill?" I'm like, "What?" She goes, "Can you push me down the hill?" I go, "Is this like some hidden video? Like, you're not getting me, all right? I'm a guest in your country." And she just wanted me to roll it down the hill. So I went like, all right, this is supposed to me too. You don't know what you're supposed to do. If I say no, then now do I? The hill shamer? Yeah. So it's like, all right. So I'm like, where can I touch her? She's like way too old to do, like 30. Okay. So I eyes her and she went down the hill and I thought it was over. I was like, all right. She rolled down towards the street. It's over. And then she got up and she's like yelling up, like, it's all wet. I'm dirty. And she starts coming back up, sitting down to talk to me. And I just got all like just weirded out by it. And, well, you should have. Yeah. Not to say she was from Poland. That's not how Icelandic people are. She went for the old Polish roll. Yeah, you got to watch out. Well, the special is very, very funny. Watch it. It's on Netflix. It's on Netflix now. Bill Burr, everybody. We'll be right back. Hi, I'm Jimmy Kimmel. Click below to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Or if you want to be that way about it, don't. Yeah, you stupid jerk. No, you can't get racial back because second you get racial back when you're white, then all of a sudden they like wheel out that podium and have like that press conference. You got to be like guy standing up there going, "I disgrace the company. I disgrace myself." I just like to state that there was no air conditioning on the subway. I wasn't thinking clearly. I have nothing against Mexicans. I went to Tijuana. I had a great time. Please don't do this. No, that's why a lot of white dudes, we can get up to it in certain social situations. We got to watch out for the podium. No, that podium can come out of nowhere when you're not even trying to say something like, "Yeah, I'm thinking of getting a shirt." What shirt? Thinking of the black shirt. What the hell did you say? I said black shirt. I should have said African-American shirt. I apologize. Please, I need this. I have a mortgage. Please don't do this. So anywho, I got a computer recently. It's like one of the biggest things of my life. Yeah, I'm really trying to get like more into this whole technology thing. I'm awful with computers. I'm one of those guys. Basically, every button I hit on my computer has to like shut down, like regroup somehow, like deal with my idiocy. You know what I mean? Then there's always like some 8-year-old I see later on a laptop. Like he's like breaking into the Pentagon, downloading movies that haven't even been made yet. I just got a plane ticket for $6. You just want to slam his head in the face. I'll tell you, the only thing I like about my computer is I really enjoy spell check. I love it. You know what I love about spell check? You don't have to be close to getting the word right. Have you ever noticed that all you got to do is just get it like somewhere like within the ballpark of the word? It's almost like your computer can just start guessing like, I don't know, dinosaur. And when you're sitting there like an idiot, like, nah, I wasn't trying to spell dinosaur. So then what does your computer do? It starts throwing out like every D word it can possibly think of. Like, okay, how about dictionary, diary? Any of this stuff looking familiar? Are we moving towards the goal or away from it? Do you ever spell a word so bad, though? Your spell check has absolutely no clue what the hell you're trying to spell. What do you end up getting? You end up getting, like, a question mark. You got $1 million worth of technology just looking back at you, like, just like you got me, buddy. Which is pretty amazing because I have all the words. Yeah. And that doesn't look like any of them. I can't even make a guess. That's so screwed up. Would you like pass out and whack your head off the keyboard? Please tell me you're not that stupid. All right, that's it for me. You guys were a lot of fun. Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you for coming out, Sam. Suba, you had to go, you had this, how it was, you had to go out and you had to get a blow up doll and you had to fucking go out and get it. You had to fucking go out and get it, right? You couldn't just order it off of an Amazon and some delivery guy shows up. He doesn't know what's in the box. They're standing there like Tom Hanks. Hey, how you doing? It's great to see you. Fuck that. You have no idea what it is now, dude. You have to go down and you have to fucking get this thing, ASU thing in a porno store. You have to work it out. That was far enough away from your house that no one is going to recognize your car. So you drive down like 11 in the morning. Who the fuck is going to be there then, right? You park in the back on like a Tuesday, just sitting there in the car, psyching yourself up like, okay, I'm not hurting anybody. It's just an urge. Just get in there, okay? Hand in the money. Just get in there and get it done. You yank your hat down, you walk in with all your courage, and then you get in there and be too many other perverts in there and you get all psyched out. So what you do is you just grab a bunch of videotapes and you walked up to the counter and you had to make it look like it was an impulse buy, right? And you're walking up and everything. All the creepy shit was behind the counter, right? Just fucking heads and feet. Just an ass body part, though. Serial killer buffet. What fucking world am I entering? Oh my God. Somebody's fucking a neck. Jesus Christ. Right? Set it down. Just make it look real subtle. Okay, buddy? Is that going to be all? Yeah, no. Maybe that deck down the end with the surprised look on its face. Maybe I'd like to take a shot at that. I don't know. The guy wraps it up and then you finally get it. You give him the money. You fucking run out to the car. You have this whole weird emotion. You're like excited and you hated yourself. Thank God I finally did it. What the fuck is wrong with me? Just drive off. You go back to your little shitty fucking apartment and you had to blow it up quietly so none of your neighbors heard. Just like, then you got excited, start going a little faster and just watching this thing slowly come into life. Just like, right? And then you wrap those rubber legs around you and God forbid you got caught. Or roommate comes walking in, he's fucking a blow up daw. Dude, your life was over. You went like 6 minutes to get your mom on the phone. Like, Mom, I love you. And you're never going to see me again. Don't tell what people said about me. I'm so sorry. I'm going to Alaska. Oh, God clicked. That was it. You moved to Alaska. That was,
No one ever saw you again.
and that's why this day, if you go to Alaska, there's like 8 men for every 2 women. Yeah, because that state is littered with men who got caught fucking shit. They shouldn't have been fucking